Welcome to this week's edition of the EuroCast. On this week's edition of the EuroCast, we're going to look at 3 new videos, but also we're going to have a look at a few tips and a few tricks on how we made that intro to make your videos just that little bit more professional. But first off, let's have a look at our first video. It's from France, Bordeaux to be exact, and it's done by some 8-year-old students, and it looks at the future of journalism in their school. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Je lis Le Point et je lis les gratuits, voilà. Et puis j'écoute le matin, je suis réveillé par les informations à la radio. C'est une radio musicale, hein, c'est une petite radio.
Merci d'avoir répondu à nos questions.
Merci à vous, puis félicitations pour le travail que vous avez fait pour le vidéo bahut, puis bonne chance pour vos nouveaux projets. Merci.
Merci pour votre attention et votre fidélité. À bientôt pour une prochaine édition. Bonsoir.
Pretty amazing professionalism there, done by some 8-year-old students in Bordeaux. Our second video is a bit more local to us. It's from Dublin and the Community Digital Media Centre. The title is Sweets. Now, it deals with addiction, not quite the kind of addiction that you might find on some late night dramas, but this one can just be as bad. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Alright. Well, did you like it? Oh, yeah! Do you have any sweets? No. Do you have any sweets? No. Do you have any? Yeah, we're not getting any!
Our third and final video today comes from the UK and Crossways Infant School in Thornbury. Now this video is done by 4 and 5-year-olds. It's an animation piece, but what is really cool about this is if you count the different subject matters that these guys deal with in this one short video. So let's go ahead and take a look at it.
Oh no, the wind will make the fire spread. Let's get our things and find a boat.
So that was our third video there, and that was done by some 4 and 5-year-olds. And if you have a look at it, the kind of subjects they were dealing with there, you've got history, geography, drama, and art, just to name a few. So that was our final video. What I want to do now is head inside and meet up with our resident expert, Dave. And he's going to teach us a few tips and a few tricks on how to make your videos just that little bit flashier. So let's go inside and take a look. Welcome back to the Euro Couch. Howdy, Dave.
Hey, Chris.
Dave's going to show us a few editing tricks that he used in today's introduction. So over to you, Dave.
Okay, first off, I'm going to show you is that we're using Final Cut Pro, which is like iMovie, but it's better. And welcome to my computer screen. So, what I'm going to be showing you is the basic concept of how to do it, and not how to do it specifically with this program. So the main thing is that you have a camera with a tripod that's locked off, because we want 3 images that when you have them, that the person is in a different place but the background is the same. And you have to be careful. We had problems here with cars. Now the first thing I'm going to do is find the video I want to use at the start. So I'm just going to use this part, have a wee in point and have an out point, and then I'll drag it down onto my timeline. So now we have our video on the timeline, we can see here, but we have to watch out for that car in the background. So what I'm going to do is wait till that's left, and then I'm going to start again with that point. So I'm going to delete that and then bring it back to the start. So now we have a nice clean slate with Chris in the right and the left. I'm going to have a nice clean slate with Chris in the left. Now we have Chris walking in from the right in this clip, and we have that. So I'm just going to get to the point just before he walks in, and we have that there. So we do the in mark, and we have Chris, and then we find where he leaves and out. And now I'm going to drag that on top of this clip, and you can be as rough as you want. It doesn't matter to be any timeline as long as it's on a new layer. That is the main thing. And then we've got Chris sitting at the back. Lovely. So we've got 3 layers here, so if you actually watch through it, it jumps, which is kind of cool in itself, because you've got, if I play through that there, people are jumping around the screen. And that is another effect you could do if you didn't want many people in the shot at once but someone jumping around the screen. You could do that as long as you have a locked off camera. So what I'm going to show you now is we have Chris here. We want this guy to come in from the right, but the problem is you see that he disappears. So if I just double click on the video, I have to bring up a motion, and then we've got scale. What the main thing you have to do, and the concept behind this, is I'm cropping the image on top of the bottom image. So if I do this, you'll see instantly cropping it from the left, and because the camera is locked off, you don't really tell. You can tell with the shadow, but what I'm going to show you now is a magic thing called edge feather. So when we edge feather, just kind of feathers things in slightly. It kind of gives a lot of softness to the edge. Now you have to be careful about the bottom right hand corner, because you can see Chris's feet around here are being a bit feathered. If you don't do it too much, you can get away with it, because I got away with it in the opening video, and I don't think you'll notice unless you watch back. So now straight away 2 Chris's, and then if we want a 3rd Chris, we find this video, and oh, they disappeared again. So I'll bring up my options to crop, and then we want to crop. So because Chris is tiny in this picture, we'll crop really tight into him. And I'll just show you this in an even easier way. Exactly what I'm doing is when I crop, this is what's happening. I'm just making the video on top smaller, that we don't have anything where we don't need Chris. So we bring it top and bottom, crop it. If you've ever used iPhoto or Picasa or something like that, you've used cropping before, I'm sure, so you'll have fun with this. So we'll just tidy that up, bit of edge feather because I love it. And then when we bring up back our video layers, 3 Chris's, much to anyone's horror. And now what you could do, as opposed to them popping in, you can add transitions or anything you like. So I'm just going to add a wee transition here and here, and then you have a render just to watch everything back. Now that the render is done, I'm just going to watch through it quickly and show you what was done very quickly. So Chris walks in, 2 Chris's, he looks at Chris, 3 Chris's, doesn't really care for himself and walks away. There you go. Very quick, very easy. You can do it too now. I'd like to see someone EuroCreator.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Dave. Just backing up there what Dave said, he's using Final Cut Studio, which is a professional bit of software, but you can go ahead and use something like iMovie or Pinnacle and get pretty much the same kind of effect. So that's all from us today. Till next week, it's bye from the EuroCouch. Welcome back to the EuroCouch. Dave! Chris, how are you?
Nice shades.
Good stuff. This isn't going to work, is it?
You're not wearing shades.